Okay, as promised, I'm getting you a video today. This morning I had a lot to do, so I couldn't actually get to recording it super early, but I did spend time. I got about 20 minutes before I got to get going. I have this production, so I got everything ready. I packed all my stuff. I should have did that yesterday, but I felt like I had everything ready, and then this morning I saw this stuff that I needed to do. So lots of stuff to do, but I got it done. Picked up a bunch of limbs, put them in the truck, got my daughter ready, sent her off, packed up all my stuff, have all the props, have all the wardrobe, and we're ready to go. So today I read only one, which was easy and very important. So I'll make it up probably later tonight, read another one, and upload something maybe super late. But I wanted to read at least one entrance, and like I said before, I think with all of these, it's just like one of those things that it's better. I think the sooner you can get it into your system in the early parts of the day. These things that I'm reading about what his thoughts are, like continue to remind myself to have patience. The main thing is like having this sense of calmness, and then also patience, and so and being happy with where you're at in the current moment, because like that's all we can really do, like in this pursuit of whatever goal you have. You're going to get frustrated and depressed and like so stressed out at the fact that you don't have it, or you're not doing it enough, and it's going to bother you every single day, and you're going to be unhappy that you don't have it. And this chapter today talks about success and like what we believe that will do for us. And I think I can relate to it in regards to achieving a goal and knowing how I felt after achieving it, and feeling that I'm still not where I wanted to be or something, or I felt like maybe that's not what I wanted, or I don't know. I mean, there's just like, you still have those weird feelings. Even though you're becoming great at what you do and people are recognizing it, it doesn't really fill any gap or any like void that maybe you deep down have inside. So I'm gonna get through this here. I highlighted a lot because I felt like everything that he was saying reminded me of my own personal experience. He says success occurs in the privacy of the soul, and he goes on to say success has nothing to do with variables outside of yourself. To move forward is an aspect of success. This happens when we finish a work, share it, and begin a new project. Our calling is to make beautiful works, to be the best of our ability. Our calling is to make beautiful works to the best of our ability. If we second guess our inner knowing to attempt to predict what others may like, our work will never appear. He goes on and then says about popular success is a poor barometer of work and worth. Popular success is a poor barometer of work and worth. In order for work to connect commercially, stars must align, and none of them relate to how good the project actually is. It might be the timing, the distribution of mechanism, the mood of the culture, or the connection of current events. He's talking directly to people that think just because they release something and it didn't do well, it had something to do with them. And we start to beat ourselves up because it didn't do it. He continuously pushes you to remember that as long as you do the work, that was what you had fun and you enjoyed it and you created something great, because that's all you focused on. That's all that really matters. It doesn't really matter if people receive it the way that you want to receive it, because you can't control that. If you were happy with it, that's what life should mean more to you about. Like that's the void that you're chasing. If you're chasing that acceptance of others, then you're gonna be unhappy. And if you're happy with how you performed or the effort you put in, that's really all that should matter, and what should be filling yourself up. Filling your void. He says it's uncommon to long for outward. It's not uncommon to long for outward success. Hopeful it will feel a void inside ourselves. It's not uncommon to long for outward success, hopeful it will fill in a void inside ourselves. Some imagine achievement as a remedy to fix or heal a sense of not being enough. Artists who work diligently to accomplish this are rarely prepared for the reality of it. Most aspects of popularity are not as advertised, and the artist is often just as empty as they were before, probably more so. If you're living in the belief that success will cure your pain, when the treatment comes and doesn't work, it can lead to hopelessness. A depression can accompany the realization that you've spent most of your life chasing. You have a realization that what you've been spending most of your life chasing hasn't fixed your insecurities and vulnerabilities. And we're never taught how to handle this epic disappointment. It goes back to whenever you hear some person that you look up to in terms of actor, musician, director, athlete, whoever you're looking up to, and they say that they had everything that they ever wanted and then they were still unhappy, it's because whatever they were searching for was more internal than it was an outward reward. And this idea that we think once we get it, that's what will make us finally happy, that's what will like actually make us feel good about ourselves, is the wrong way to perceive life. And again, this is something I've spoke about in many other vlogs, about the idea that it took me so long to figure out, like, I just want to be happy. Like, in the end of the day, I was waking up to where, why am I not happy with the things that I'm doing? Like, I've achieved the things that I wanted to achieve, and I love creating what I did, but I'm still not feeling happy. And I hated that feeling. I was like, why, And I had to accept, you know what? Whatever goals that I have in my life, I'm going to achieve them at some point. But I'm not going to sit here and be upset about it until I get it. Because if I get it, I may have just wasted all this time trying to search for it, getting it, and then be disappointed in some fashion. Or not achieving it the way that I wanted to achieve. Some expectation that I'm making up in my head, some goal that is so important to me, but yet I was spending years, or I would have spent years and hours, endless hours, and just like of loneliness by myself, depressed internally and outwardly expressing with a smile. Whereas like, I don't want that. I want to feel great inside. Okay. And I don't care what I look like on the outside. I want to just feel great on the inside, because it just feels good to be happy, to smile, to know that life is enjoyable, to spend it with whoever I want to spend it with, and spend it however I want to spend it. He starts to talk about a loyal audience can begin to feel like a prison. So a loyal audience can begin to feel like a prison. A musician might begin working in a particular genre because that's the one they love, and might achieve great success in it. If their taste changes, they may feel chained to the old way, because they are now managers, publicists, agents, assistants, and others who have a stake in their commercial success. On a personal level, they may even tie their own identity to the style of work they inhabited in the past. You see that and hear that so many times from musicians, thinking they can't change the genre or they can't change who they are. And then even the audience will often judge or make fun of them for trying to achieve something different. Or the audience will say they always sound the same, or they always want to do this or want to do that. And they're judging. The audience is judging so much no matter what. They'll say you sound the same, but once you change some kind of style, then all of a sudden now, like, you're not changing enough. So again, they'll say you sound the same, but then if you change your style, then they say it's not good enough. So it's like, okay, well, what do you want? And that's the idea. It doesn't matter what they want. It doesn't matter if you don't feel right in the genre or the lane that you're in with your craft. If there's not the passion there, it goes away. Then we should be finding what is the thing that you want to create, because you have a gift and it's inside, and you need to listen to it. He says you may lose your enjoyment and belief in the work because it's no longer true to you. As a result, the work may ring hollow and fail to engage the audience in any way. Your trust and your instincts and excitement are what resonate with others. This is why it's grounding to protect your personal understanding of success and to make each new work, no matter where you stand on the ladder of public perception, like you have nothing to lose. Again, I think this is a great chapter. It's a great short reminder of just continue to make what you want to make. Don't worry about what people are, how you're going to define success, other than that you've created something and you're happy with what you created. That the act of doing, the act of doing, the act of doing, the act of doing and releasing. Doing it and releasing it. Doing it and releasing it. Not holding on to it. Just putting it out there and letting it be what it is. And just keep doing that because it makes you happy. It makes you fulfilled to create. It makes you fulfilled to contribute your vision, the things that you see in yourself, the things you feel in yourself to others. And that's all it is. And if no one responds to it, if everyone responds to it, okay, it shouldn't matter regardless. It's nice to see reception. It's nice to have people comment on things, but it shouldn't be the reason that's making you happy, because you're going to always chase it. And what he says, you're going to feel chained to it now. You're going to feel like you have to keep doing that because you have now allowed yourself to let that be a reason for your happiness. So get out there, create, have fun. Don't worry about what that is. The journey is the happiness. The journey is the happiness. The journey is the happiness. Life is the happiness, not the end point. There is no end point. So stop thinking that at some point, if you get there, you will be happy, because you will be so depressed along the way. And then once you get there, you will be even more depressed because you realize it didn't do anything for you. So good luck. Have a successful day. And go get it.